King Domnall has ascended to the throne of Scotland, but the coming episodes will reveal whether he ultimately, perhaps tragically, had to wait longer than he should have to become king, and it's looking like that might, come to be the case. We'll see. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series. So we are betrothed to marry Ben Lygan in 4 years. But in the meantime, we have a monthly income penalty at the moment due to the fact that Domnall is improvident. He has taken on some negative traits in his old age, as I mentioned throughout the last episode, and one of the ways that I want to kind of address that, first and foremost, let's go ahead and look at the equipped trinkets. First of all, there are several trinkets equipped that are less rare than I actually have available to me. So we have the Lucky Anglo-Saxon coin equipped, and that is providing a domain tax bonus. Unfortunately, it's not enough. King Constantine's crown is providing a prestige bonus. Oh, that's interesting. The Anglo-Saxon crown would actually be better for prestige, and it would make buildings cheaper by a little bit. All right, so the prize ring has a very nice prestige bonus, and a Glory Hound Vassal Opinion boost as well. And Wolf Fangs also provides a nice prestige bonus, as well as a stress gain reduction. Makes knights more effective as well. We have one last slot. Let's see, there's the Monastery's Horn, which is going to be a fertility boost and spouse opinion boost. Or we could go with, the Modest Gemstone here has a very nice prestige boost. Let's go with that. Let's go with that indeed. It's not a rare artifact, but it's going to be better right now than going with the Masterwork Trinket, the Monastery's Horn. So there's that. What else can we do? Because since we're not married yet, we can't call in help from our spouse. We already have this particular steward set to collect taxes. Well, one thing I can do. So I mentioned that we are currently not the rightful liege of several of our vassals, and that's a problem because it's going to reduce our income. Now, the main issue, of course, is the improvidence. I don't know that there's anything that can be done about that directly, but we can start swaying the Pope here. If we can get in the Pope's good graces, then we may be able to ask him for some gold before long. Now, we were swaying another character. I'm going to go ahead and abandon that particular objective because we were already at like plus 23 opinion with them. And, all right, there we go. Alliance formed. It does seem like our monthly income is wavering a little bit. What do we have here? King Alfred wants to marry the princess, who's 13. Let's go ahead and say no to that, because we're going to need to... Oh, Prince Thomas is the new player heir. That's very interesting. Duke Seward is no longer your royal architect. How did he die? Died after a Quinton knocked him completely off his horse during a tournament. Oh, wow. Okay, player heir just changed very rapidly, so the votes are going back and forth at the moment. That's less than ideal. But let's go ahead and sort by alliance power. Also, can we just look at adults? One of the issues we ran into last episode was that there are so many kids, because all the adults are already married off. But if we use this as our criteria, this might work. All right, so Wessex, no, because we're going to be fighting them before long. Spoleto, no. Fife. That's honestly kind of tempting. Mormar Dristan. The reason I say no to Spoleto is Spoleto's down in Italy. And that's just too far. Ooh, Provence. That could work. Although Fife obviously is much closer and there's 200 more men. So, you know what? Let's secure that alliance. Fife is, of course, within our territory because it's Fife. There's a great joke that Daniel Sloss tells about Fife that I will not repeat, but it is the thing that's said. Lately, I cannot help but notice the gaggles of giggling maidens and usually austere warriors gathering in dark alcoves to listen enraptured to a book. Today, I finally cornered Natslig with the book in his hands. All are tales from pilgrims on the road, however, they don't deal with the salvation of their souls, but with gory murders and unfaithful wives. I am silent while I ponder the probable reaction of Archbishop Peter, and Natslig stares at me in apprehension. So we can gain some learning lifestyle experience. We could say, juicy. Juicy. And get the 30% fertility bonus and attraction opinion. The Archbishop will not like that. Or we could say make it disappear and I'll pretend I saw nothing. I'm going to go for the extra court grandeur. And the culture comes in any form, let them read. That's another thing, by the way, that I could do. I could mess with the royal court's current settings. I don't want to. Whoa! Why is... Hold on. Yeah, just kidding. I do want to. This is going to help tremendously. I didn't realize what was going on here, but I think when we switch to feudalism... Wow. Okay, so hold on. We need to spend some time at court now, because I didn't realize those settings were as they are. So we can change our maintenance costs right now. Tell you what, let's go ahead and dramatically change them, because we need to fix the fact that we are about to... that we have so much debt. Because we need to go to war and not have to worry too much about these things. So the court type is currently an intrigue court. We can make it a warlike court. At level 10, vassal tax would be improved by 10%. We are going to be doing a lot of fighting, so I like the idea of making it a warlike court, but we don't have the prestige to actually switch right now. So right now, intrigue court it is. Okay, so we're going to reduce all of these settings down to 3. It will significantly impact, at least while Domnall is in the middle of his transition to the throne, it'll significantly impact the grandeur of the court. We're currently at level 9. We're going to change that. And it'll slowly decline, I think. Alright. That alliance has been formed. Achievement unlocked, delusions of grandeur. Yeah, indeed. Alright, so, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, the heirs are going back and forth. It's a problem. Alright, so now we have income again, which is great. Is there anyone that I have in my dungeon that I can maybe ransom for some monies? You will eventually be worth 10 gold. That's interesting. Mostly just characters that are good for hooks. Okay. You can ask your head of faith for gold. Hey! How'd that work? I will use this wealth wisely. Didn't see that coming. Okay, well, in that case, hold on. Let's look at our vassals. And can I sort... Can I potentially sort by how much they provide? It would be amazing if I could. I'm just saying. Could I sort by tax level, please? Pretty please? No, I can't. So I've just got to look at the list. Okay. Now, do I have a hook on this character? No, I don't. I might eventually be able to get one. There are some characters with modified contracts that I need to have some discussions with, to say the very least. All right, well, let's go ahead and look at... By the way, what's going on here? Taxable income is at 2.7. One thing, here's a question. For those of you more familiar with like the intricacies of some of these interface elements, one thing that I've never completely, and it's not clear from this tooltip, one thing that's never been obvious to me in the hundreds of hours I've spent playing CK3 is what's going on with the red bar and the blue bar. So if anyone in the comments wants to chime in and share that insight with us, that would be fantastic. Because that's, even as I look at it right now, like it's not particularly obvious to me. Okay, so... Sheriff Sturla of the East Riding. Basically, I need to create the Duchy of York. Alright, so some vassals have a hook on me. Let's see, here, we're going to have to look at it this way. If we kind of take a look at which duchies are kind of being looked for by all of these, that'll give us a sense for which duchy would be the best to spend this money on. Because I can only do one for now. I could do another one soon. All right, so Lancaster. Oh, wow, Prince Thomas actually wants a different kingdom to be held. Sorry, that's not going to happen for a bit. Meath. Kingdom of Ireland. Duchy of York. Duchy of Mercia. Wait, didn't Mercia already come up once? No? Okay. I suppose I was just looking at it earlier. All right, so Mercia. It might come up again. There's another one, Mercia. Northumbria. Kingdom of Ireland. So definitely we're getting to a point. All right, Mercia. We're seeing that a lot. Another Mercia. All right, so Mercia might be the one. We're getting to a point where we need to control enough of the Isle that we can just declare the Empire of Albion. It's just, that's happening. It doesn't look like the Duchy of Mercia can currently be... Yeah, it requires 250 gold. Really? I thought it was 125, but I guess because we're feudal now, it requires 250. So we're going to usurp the Duchy of Mercia as soon as we can. We're not going to take the Kingdom of Ireland until we are the Emperor of Albion. And the reason for that is we are currently set to Confederate partition, which means that if Domnall were to die of natural or unnatural causes, we would have a bit of a succession fight on our hands. Now, in terms of declaring wars here, it doesn't appear that I have any claims, which is weird. I guess because I'm no longer... Yeah, because I'm no longer tribal, I no longer have the ability just to attack and take land. It's going to be a bit more complicated going forward. We're going to need to arrange some CBs. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and use our excellent Archbishop to start arranging for some of those. Let's have you fabricate a claim here, and hopefully he'll get a claim on that entire duchy, so we can take Gwynedd. That would be amazing. Now we're going to go back up to speed 3. We do have a dangerous faction. Although, no, we don't. It seems like they might have dropped off. Oh, we've had a hunt. Prestige. Participants may lose stress. Participants may gain the hunter trait. Are you already a hunter, though? I think you are, aren't you? God, he's such an awesome character. It's a shame he's had such a tough go at it. All right. Let's join Mormar Dristan's hunt. Doesn't look like there are any issues with the route. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be more successful than Constantine's hunts. I hope it goes well. Alright, Donald's on the way. I've arrived in Edinburgh to pay homage to you, glorious king, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor. This is who I was swaying at the beginning of the episode before I switched to the Pope. So let's show her in. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Countess Gunhilda, who is soon announced and ushered before me. She kneels in deference, offering nothing but her oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. At last I bid the Countess arise, confirming my satisfaction and Gunhilda's right to the land she rules in my stead. Okay, so we gained some court grandeur and some prestige because she bent the knee, I suppose. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, Mormar Dristan has started on the preparations. Soon. Oh, we did lose a royal architect, didn't we? Let's see if we can replace that guy. Pretty expensive position, actually. Maybe we don't need to replace him for now, while Domnall is kind of securing his place. Control growth. Ooh, this would be one way to get the income back up. If we can raise control. Elpin Fortrio. Yep, let's do that. That may be, you know what, come to think of it, let's take a look at the control growth. I was asking earlier what was going on with... Yeah, that's probably what it is. So hang on. Let's take a look. I can verify this pretty easily. If we go to vassals. So this is the maximum possible. Yeah, for the levies it makes sense. This is the maximum possible, and this is what they currently have. But if we take someone who is not... I mean, this is our son. Prince Ecthegern. Donaldson of Scotland. So if we look at him, if we look at the control level in his territory, it's at 100. So, okay, yeah, that meter doesn't show, the maximum possible once control is at 100, but still, having control higher in a lot of the newer territories will be useful. We are still establishing control in the Earldom of North Riding for that very reason. Let's see what we can continue to do here. You can negotiate alliances. Okay, let's just go back to seeing how this hunt goes. We're trying to build up some income. We need 250. I think our gold will continue to climb. I'll go to speed 4 while we wait. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know, someone is plotting to kill my daughter, Catriona. We must stop the villain behind this. She is betrothed to the son of Duke Bernat, so I don't know why someone would try to kill her. That's highly unfortunate. Spy Master is already set to prevent schemes, and he's in pretty good shape. In terms of his... I mean, he's a really good Spy Master, so I'm not too concerned about him. Nealgus assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the plains near Fife. With any luck, we'll find a gaggle of geese, and our hawks will have great sport. The beaters' teams are ready within their hounds, and a well-appointed spot has been selected. Let's get out of here. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I fill my lungs with the fresh air of the wilderness, I spot in the distance what can only be a gift from or nature's dedication to Jesus. So many useful herbs and beautiful flowers, both for healing and malicious intents. But I'm here to hunt. Picking orchids may raise some eyebrows. So we can say I must keep up with appearances, and we could lose a lot of stress and gain some prestige. Interesting. Yeah, I really don't need that. I could gain some intrigue lifestyle experience from this. And I have a really high chance of pulling it off. I already did gain some intrigue life experience in the previous episode. Remember, Donald's a much more impressive character stats-wise than Constantine was. But I think I'd rather have the prestige and the stress loss. And the improved success for the hunt. Schemer discovered. My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is Duchess Selblaith, the wife of my son, Prince Ecthegirn, that is plotting against my daughter, Catriona. The worthless fiend. Excuse you. So that's really unfortunate. If you fail to imprison her, she will leave Prince Ecthegirn's court. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. It's not going to result in a rebellion. I'll be curious to see what happens if I fire that particular choice. My hawk seems to be getting quite agitated on my wrist, tapping and pecking relentlessly at me. No doubt the beast is eager to take to the skies once again and bring me back a fresh kill. It would be good for the bird to stretch its wings, but I haven't yet spied a trace of anything worth hunting. Hunting. So it's likely my hawk will return empty-taloned. I don't know where the FL came from just now in the place of the H. I really don't. I have nothing to tell you. All right, fly my hawk. Slightly increase hunter trait experience. You lose 29 stress. Combined learning and stewardship challenge. Let's do it. You gained 150 prestige. Boiling anger. You might be a king, but you are also a vile ogre. The unprovoked anger by my vassal Earl Alsoph comes as a complete surprise. He has been under a lot of stress lately, but to behave like this, that even he struggles, is calming. Alright, so she's fled to the countryside. Looks like I could try to imprison her again with a lower success chance. This is stressful because we're compassionate. Let's try again. Why not? Alright, what do we have here? Inspirations. Laura has the adventure inspiration. She wants to go to Southern Europe. She is considered a master by her peers. So let's go ahead and sponsor this. You know what, Laura? You're going to have to hang out, because I'm not going to spend 100 gold on your inspiration right now. Mormar Dristan's game masters signaled the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot. There is a clear sight line to a gaggle of grey geese watering themselves in a pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. It is time. Hunt success chances at 26.6, which honestly feels higher than it was. Lines about legacy. The latest work of my vassal Countess Gunhilda has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind, and Gunhilda has publicly dedicated it to me. When memory takes shape, the mightiest men must leave this earth, no matter what realms they have given birth. And when their final hour nears, their name lives on the lips of peers. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. So, we can gain, with this particular option, this is a diplomacy challenge against me. So because my diplomacy is so good, we're going to gain 20 opinion of her. We're going to gain 50 piety. Or we can say that this is truly heartfelt, and we get the same results. That's so interesting. Like, these are literally the same outcome. This is one event that's fired in CK3. It's been there as long as I can remember. That the benefit of, like, one choice over the other is not frequently obvious in this case. I don't know quite how I feel about this. Justice. Okay. So she is now behind bars, and we can do all kinds of things, really. She did try to kill my daughter, so we could execute her. We would gain dread, which would help for kind of maintaining control of the country. It would not help his stress levels. Stress levels are currently manageable because of the hunt. Close family members and spouses would not be happy, and that's... Okay, so she is the daughter of Mormar Caelta. So I don't know what your deal is, Selblaith, but another option here is we could ransom her and earn money from the kid, but that just seems a bit backhanded to me. So what would Domnall do at this point? Remember, Domnall is arbitrary, he's compassionate, he's ambitious. He wouldn't necessarily kill her. She has a claim on the Isle of Man. Who else does? No one. Yeah, I really don't know. We could just leave her in prison. She can't be a threat from prison. So we'll do that. Let's do that for now. 2 in the bush. I watch excitedly as my hawk identifies a target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The beaters have scattered the honking white geese, who now fill the air with their flapping clamor. Wow, I can't read today. Time and again, my hawk scoops in for a kill, but misses, retreats, or only grazes its target. After hours of attempts, the game have all but disappeared. The hawk is near exhausted, and the light is fading. A shame. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. Nyalgus gathers the disappointed party and the exhausted hounds for the trip home. Alright, so we gained a lot of prestige, gained the trait Hunter, which is nice, and gives us prowess. So we have some trait experience in Falconer. Travel, a duel demanded. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I'm Wilhelm of Lothian. I've bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly all those fights were dull. So he's trying to pick a fight. I have over double his particular prowess. So we can say, you might be less valuable after I win. There's a 95% chance that I can just fight him myself and win. Let's do that. Let's let Domnall be a badass. Thank God I can go inside again. Nice, we gained some intrigue lifestyle experience, and we are back home. So, we do have a better income situation now. I'm glad that I looked into the royal court and saw just how high some of those values were. That was a little bit insane. Let's make sure I have these other positions filled as necessary. Yeah, we have a court physician. She's excellent, so that's good. I could host my own hunt as a way. I mean, it's going to cost money. I don't want to do that right now. But that is one thing that I could do potentially to improve Domnall's health, really. I'm just thinking about what can I do to, like, help him be healthier, for God's sake. All right. We have some claims that we could help press. This particular Earl wants this county. And I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and help him take it. It's going to cost some prestige. So it's this one, the Earldom of Ileck. So let's go ahead and declare this war. We need some prestige anyway. Domnall needs to earn his stripes for the first time in his life, so let's go ahead and get that done. We are going to have one heck of an income problem while we're at war here, which is to be expected. Enemy ally joins war? Really? Unexpected. Only has 568 men to his name, though, whereas the King of Ireland has 460. So, how exactly... Okay, this is... Yeah, this is just the war score, which is currently completely balanced. For a second, I was looking at this going, how are they evenly matched with us? But they're not. They're not even close. I was mildly concerned. All right, so we've got a couple of different places that need to be raided. Primarily, it's this one, but we could also raid the kingdom capital. Let's get this done. Siege should be done relatively soon. Betrothed can marry. Good. Greetings, my perceptive liege. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I've been a good vassal to you, but surely you understand that I have subjects of my own too. My current contract is very restrictive. Surely you would see the wisdom in making it more efficient, more lenient. And besides, you do owe me. So he's basically calling in a hook. It seems I have little choice. That's annoying. So one downside of this fight is that we are hemorrhaging gold. So building up to that particular duchy has just been completely shot to hell. New heir. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold the heck on. Now that we are a new ruler, we need to go back in and make sure that these particular characters are protected and kept from fighting. I just realized the kid was fighting, and it's like, wait, no. That does not need to happen. Some of them are still shown. Maybe I just haven't looked at this in a while. Yeah, that's what it is. Chancellor, we want to protect. Marshal, we want to protect. Spy Master we want to protect. Alright, good. 3 months and this siege will be over. Should be over pretty fast. We will probably have to march on the Kingdom of Ireland now, which is unfortunate. Betrothal fulfilled. Nice. Oh, who'd we lose? Oh, the Spy Master died of old age. Well, that's very annoying. Alright, so now we need to go back in and make sure that we block that character from fighting. Hold on. What's his... It'll be easier to find. Alright, he's at 18. Yeah. Forbid. Yeah, it's just unfortunate timing. Alright, let's go say hello to this army. They don't really stand a chance. And then we'll attack the capital after that. They're not even moving. Normally they would run, but they just know. They know they're dead. War declared. Okay. Well, the Northmen have decided to attack right now, which is hilarious to me. Like, right as I go to declare a war and get something done for Domnall, the Northmen are like, hey, this is going to be great timing. Love this. Okay, so let's go for scientific so that we can have that cultural fascination progress once it's applicable. It's not applicable right now because we're not the cultural lead. Now, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can finish this war in due time. Meanwhile, I'm going to call some allies. It's really unfortunate. We have some dynasty members we can call as well, so we're going to call them to the war. And hopefully we can end this as soon as possible. Please. And thank you. That would be wonderful. Could we do that? Okay, so we can say never back to your frozen hellscape of a home, you scum. And I do want to go ahead and say that so that I can get the prestige gain. We're trying to have Domnall assert his authority a little bit. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, they didn't actually march to the capital. I clicked the territory above. Alright. Court grandeur level decreased, which is not surprising. Alright, so the Northmen are here, and they're going to wreak some havoc while this siege goes down. Let's see if we can finish both of these off in the next few minutes. If I'm lucky, we can. Maybe. Yeah, the allies have shown up to help me, and it's like, this is not the war that I called you to. Go help my lands, please. Oh my god, they've all shown up around my armies. That's completely useless, guys. Guys, listen. Listen, I summoned you to the other war. Go fight that war for me. I'm down here getting this frickin' business done. Alright, what does he get out of this promise? To my surprise, my acquaintance Chieftain Kellican has come to me promising that whatever I need, whatever he can do, he will provide if I ask. You get a weak hook. You gain 20 opinion. That's interesting. Alright, so we've got about a month left here, unless something goes well. Nice. Alright, so that war is concluded. Let's go ahead and end that. We seize the Irish tapestry. Yeah, so thankfully they're not raiding an area that is particularly vulnerable. They're not raiding like my capital, so that I'm not going to lose any major characters here. I'm just going to have a bit of a headache while we march up to deal with this. What's this? Oh, yes, that's right. We have a new tapestry that improves powerful vassal tax contribution. Didn't see that. Let's display the Irish tapestry. That could actually come in handy. Alright, so we're marching. The allies are right behind me. Prince Thomas Constantine of Scotland is the new player heir. Alright, I'm going to let them catch up for a bit. It looks like the Northmen have realized they're in trouble. Alright, let's go say hello. Allies are close enough behind now that we can get this taken care of. Alright, the armies are merging. Allies are showing up. A freight comes of age, they grow up fast. So she's an insightful thinker. So that betrothal can now be fulfilled. Excellent. And this war is going to be over quite quickly, I think. Chieftain Kellican's friendship. I never expected I would grow as close to Chieftain Kellican as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. It is so rare to find a true friend. I mean, he's content, chaste, paranoid, cowardly follower. I mean, sure, we can be friends. There's not really a threat to that. Okay. And with that, let's enforce those demands. So be it. Disband troops so that we can actually have an income again. And now I'm going to cry deeply. Oh, man. Okay, there's at least a couple things I can do here. Hold on. Let's go ahead and use this hook to get more taxes out of you. We're going to ransom you for 50 gold. And we may have some other ransoming we can do, but we'll stop this episode here. And the next one we're going to try, again, going to, you know, have a little bit of a crying fit in between episodes. Because we had gold, almost enough gold, 10 times as much gold even as we currently have. Well, not quite 10 times, but you know what I mean. So that we could actually take that duchy and increase our income further. But I just had to declare that war, which I'm glad we got it done. Definitely glad, but maybe could have waited a little bit longer before we did that. I just wanted to have something happen in this episode as opposed to waiting. So that was my motivation, and I'm sticking to it. In the next one, we'll see if we can get that gold back up to where it was. Might have to go knock on the Pope's door again, but it's going to be a while before he's willing to give me that much gold. We'll just have to see what our options are. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.